I went from this to this in 9 months. Stick around to find out how. Hello everyone, semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today we're going to talk about those sneaky cravings. You know, you've been moving along, everything's been going real good with your diet. It's been, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 months into it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a craving for something you used to eat hits you. We're going to talk about how to deal with that. But first, if you're new to the channel, let me say welcome. I'm glad you're here. You may be wondering, sorry, a couple cars passing there. You may be wondering, Bob, what in the heck am I watching here? Well, basically you're watching me walk. The thing that makes this marginally interesting to some people is 9 months ago I couldn't do this. 9 months ago I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. And now I'm out here walking every day. Usually between 5 to 6 miles a day. Some days I push a little harder. I've been mixing in some, I've been mixing in some faster, shorter walks, trying to vary it up a little bit, and that seems to be going okay. Take a good look at this shirt for the last time. It's my deer shirt. I've been putting it off for a long while now, but I ordered 5 new t-shirts, so I'm pulling some of my big old super fat guy shirts out of my trailer, and after I get done wearing this today, instead of it going in the laundry, it's going to go in the trash. I can't really donate it because it's got a big rip underneath the arm. This is one of them that did not do real well. Every once in a while you get one of these shirts from the mountain that for whatever reason there was a manufacturing defect, and they will replace them for you, but it's not really worth the effort to send in a shirt like that. It just seems like, especially I think this might have been one that I got on one of their $4 or $5 sales. So, it's a crapshoot when you buy cheap clothes. But now, if I'd paid a full, I don't even know what they are anymore because I just bought a 5-pack of t-shirts from Amazon. I was gonna go to some of my favorite channels and buy their channel shirts, and I may do that next month. But for now, I just got 5 generic basic t-shirts, so that I have something more to walk in when I'm just bumming around the yard here. I still have my 2 good hiking t-shirts for when I go out to the park that I wear with my hiking stuff. But yeah, the main purpose of this channel, sorry I got a little sidetracked there talking about my new clothes coming in. The main purpose of this channel is to just show you it's never too late to change your life. Here I am, almost 60 years old, having been unhealthy for most of the last 40 years due to what I thought were circumstances outside my own control. And then everything got turned upside down about 9 months ago when I found out some things I didn't know. Those of you returning to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here as well. But today is Thursday, so this is Saturday's video I'm working on here. It's nice to get ahead. It's a beautiful day here in North Carolina. It's right now 72 degrees. The sun's peeking through a little bit here and there. It's supposed to rain either tonight or tomorrow. And then cool back off. Tonight's low is only supposed to get down to about 65, which is a little bit warm if it's humid for sleeping. But then I'm suspecting Saturday's high will happen at midnight, because it's supposed to cool off all day Saturday and get down to about 35 degrees or so. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get right into this thing. Things have been progressing nicely. You're making good progress on your carnivore diet, or keto, or ketovore, or low carb, whatever you happen to be doing. I primarily talk to carnivores, though. And then just out of nowhere, a craving hits you. And I've talked about a lot of this stuff before, but because I'm trying to do a complete February series, I'm trying to get everything mixed back into it. The first thing you can do to try and get rid of that craving is to ignore it and go do something for 20-30 minutes. Whether it be take a walk, work on a puzzle, watch a TV show, watch a YouTube video. I highly recommend just watching another semi-retired Bob video, but that's just me. But basically, do anything that you really like to distract yourself for 20 minutes to a half hour. And usually looking at the hormone responses, because that's what's causing the craving, most likely. There are some other things that cause the cravings, but basically you just want to distract yourself, and in most cases that craving will go away. If that doesn't work, let's say you've been, taking a walk for 20 minutes and you get back to the house and you're like, man, I'm still kind of hungry. Well, try the old pinch of salt on the tongue trick. That works pretty well for people too. Now remember, when I say salt, don't use that Umbrella Girl salt or any of the generic salts you buy at the store. But you all have already gone ahead and gone out there and bought yourself some good salt, because the generic salts that you buy in the grocery store, like Umbrella Girl, depending on which brand you buy, the second or third ingredient is sugar. Well, you don't want sugar. You want salt. Redmond's real salt, Himalayan pink salt. Any kind of good natural salt will do that is just 100% salt. It does not have, some of the additives. People like the anti-clumping effect, but I find that, hang on, more traffic. I find that, the clumps that develop in the salt bags don't bother me nearly as much as they used to. I just dump one of those little clumps into my hand and break it up with my fingers over my food. And it comes out just the same. So try just a pinch of salt on your tongue. And then wait another 20 or 30 minutes. See what happens. If you've done both of those things and you're still craving something, look at the food that you have ready to go, because we're all keeping a little bit of food ready to go in our fridge, whether it's boiled eggs or meat cookies, as Kelly Hogan calls them, hamburger patties, your bag of pre-cooked bacon, or whatever it is you're getting, that little chunk of leftover steak. Look at those. And if they look good to you, go ahead and eat them. But I would suggest at this point go ahead and move your meal up or add another meal and eat enough to satisfy you. You know, you don't want to, while bacon chips are great, you know, you don't want to eat just 3 or 4 bacon chips and then be hungry again in 10 minutes. So go ahead and eat a meal. You know, go ahead and cook up that steak or that roast or whatever, or fry yourself up 5, 6, 7 eggs, depending on how much you eat. Go ahead and have a full meal. And when we're satiated, when we're satisfied, when we're full, the cravings will most of the time just melt away. And this is where, let's say even, you know, whatever it is you're craving, whether it be pizza or cake or candy or whatever other crap food you used to eat, this is where it all becomes a mental game. And I've talked about this before on my channel. If, after all that, you're still thinking about getting your car and going to the grocery store and buying yourself one of those single or double desserts or something, because you just gotta have something sweet, this is where you remember your why. Why am I doing this? Why did I start this in the beginning? And there are some people out there, every time I say this, I do get a couple people stop in and leave a comment that say, yes, just general, I want to feel better is enough of a why for me. I don't believe this is the case for most people. You have to have something that you want to do right in front of you at all times to help you make the right choices for what you're going to put in your mouth. Whether it be get down on the floor and play with your grandkids, or in my case, keep working towards getting out on the Appalachian Trail in 2025. There's a lot of little subsets in that. You know, the main thing I've been working on the last couple of months is getting up and down off the floor. Because if I can't get down on the ground and then back up again unassisted on a consistent basis, being able to carry the heaviest backpack in the world across the trail isn't going to do me a lick of good if I can't set up the tent and then crawl into it and go to sleep. That's one of the whys I use. But for you, you know, I can't tell you what your why is. It could be getting on the floor playing with your grandkids. It could be taking your dog for a walk or taking them out to that dog park. Man, there's a lot of trucks out here today. It could be you want to be able to take your kids or grandkids to the zoo or to a park, or you know, you want to get your arthritis hand pain under control so you can get back to knitting or crocheting. Whatever it is, you have to keep your why right in front of you at all times. And if you know what your why is, why you're doing this, why you're putting yourself through this rather than just eating whatever you want and slowly sinking into bad health, understanding what your why is will help keep you on track and help you say no to that craving. And I heard an interesting little blurb today. I was listening to Kim Howerton's podcast, that she put up today. And she was talking to Nurse Cindy. Those two are always good when they get together. And of course, here comes the Jets. Sorry guys, this is probably going to be a really noisy video because for whatever reason, there's a whole bunch of crap going on out here today. But he's right overhead. I'm going to have to wait just a minute. Sorry guys. Okay, he's pulled off enough that you can probably hear me again. But Nurse Cindy said the real turning point for me was when I mentally and physically said to myself, I am not going to eat refined carbs anymore. And whatever it is that you're having craving for, in my case it's pizza, I just keep telling myself I am not going to have pizza made the traditional way ever again. I'm just not going to do it because it's too much of a rabbit hole for me. You know, I'm not a moderator. We've talked about this before. There's a lot of people that can, you know, have one slice of something and then it's over and done with. I can't do that. And I know how bad refined carbs make me feel. I know how bad seed oils make me feel. So I just don't want to do that to myself. And you have to remember how you felt when you started and how you feel now. Is that thing you're about to put in your mouth, is that going to taste better than being healthy feels? Only you can answer that. I can't answer it for you. But it is, yes, it's very important to keep your why right in front of you. I will recap all of this at the end of the video. So if you're one of those people that don't like the music section, go ahead and fast forward to the end. For those of you that do like the music section, let's go ahead and cue the music. Okay, let's cut the music. Thank you. Welcome back. Lean up against the truck here. So, the first time you get a craving, go ahead and just try and ignore it for 20 minutes to a half hour. Distract yourself with some activity that you like. If you're still hungry, try a little pinch of salt on your tongue. Real salt, not table salt. And then if that doesn't work, go ahead and eat. Just eat your meal early. And if all that's done and you're still craving whatever that junk food is, just try to remember what your why is. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why do you even want to get healthy? What is it you're trying to accomplish? And that will help you make the correct choices. I'm certainly going to walk a bunch more today because it's a beautiful day. But I'm still trying to keep all these videos a little bit shorter just because they seem to do better at the 20 to 30 minute mark than they do at the 30 to 40 and 45 minute mark. And the whole purpose of this is to try and spread the word. So if more people are watching my videos, the more chance of the word spreading. So that's why I've been trying to cut down the length of the videos a little bit. But that's what I've got for you today. Don't forget to get out there, be 1% better. Oh, before I go, it was late last night because it was after church. I had a loose ground beef bowl with a can of tuna and some Parmesan cheese mixed in. It was actually pretty tasty. I was shocked at how good it was. I have no idea. It'll take more than eating it once to notice a difference, if I do actually notice a difference. So I'll keep you posted as that moves forward. But that's what I've got for you today. Don't forget to get out there, be 1% better today. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Hello again, just a little quick wrap up. It was a really nice day. The clouds are moving in again. Been going in and out all day, but I did get some more walking in. I walked a lot today. I ended up walking almost 7.5 miles. So just thought I'd give you a quick little update. I got a London broil in the oven. It's going to be yummy. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.